Hey everyone, this is Joe with Southeastern Frontiers, and today I am hiking the Porter's Gap Trail in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And today we are going, a couple miles at most up the trail. I'm not going all the way to the end to the campsite that's up there, but just going up to see the old Ownby Cemetery and some of the old farm place buildings that are there, and see what there is to see. So come along with us, it's gonna be a great time. For this adventure, my wife and I strolled down the Porter's Creek Trail in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park to explore some historic farm sites and to see the amazing spring wildflowers. The first part of this trail is an easy walk down an old road that follows along Porter's Creek. Eventually, you start to notice stacked stone walls and you reach the Ownby Cemetery. Shortly after that, you don't want to miss the side trail over to see the collapsed but under repair John Messer barn and the old Smoky Mountains Hiking Club cabin behind it. But the real highlight of this trip was continuing beyond these structures up to see the absolutely gorgeous field of fringed phacelia flowers about a half-mile further and just over the creek crossing. They were stunning and everywhere and made the air as sweet as honey. After taking in the wildflowers, we made our way back down the way we came, down along the ever-present Porter's Creek. This is a relatively easy but very rewarding hike that shouldn't be missed if you're visiting the Smokies. This is the trailhead for the Porter Gap Trail. Yeah, the trillium?
Yeah.
Yes, the trillium are nearly blooming. There are a few violets. There's a little purple violet over there. It's just starting to bloom. There are a few flowers popping out. We're in early spring. It is late March. Or early April? What is it? Late March. Oh yeah. Yeah, trillium are nearly ready to pop open. So how's this for a wide trail? Lovely. It's lovely, isn't it?
Definitely a handful of leaves too.
The trail here is running right along the edge of Porter's Creek. Don't know if you can see it on the camera, but I noticed the slope is covered in little white lilies. I'll get close to one right here. There's one. Those are gorgeous. The slope up there is just covered with them. There are also a few daisies blooming along here. At least I think that's what that is. Some very pretty phlox right here, and a little patch right here. So the forest is beautiful because the leaves haven't come out yet, and you can see through it. Much of the year when you come here, you can't really penetrate through the thick brush, and so it's rare to be able to see all the way across this valley. Looking through the trees here, I can see a wall back there. Man-made wall. So we're getting near the farm place that used to be up here, the little community. I just realized I'm walking alongside of a man-made wall here. Just noticed a bunch of stairs here. I'm gonna have to climb up them. Wonder where it goes. Or if there's stairs because there was once a house up here. So many phlox and a few lilies out there too. There's a little side trail here that takes you to an old cemetery. The Owen B family. There's an old machine. I don't know if it's a car or a truck. It's kind of big for a car. I bet it's an old truck. A log bridge. That's a ways down there. Sort of Y back here, where the trail forks left and right. We took the right branch because I think that's going to take us up to some old buildings. I think it makes a loop though, so it's not like you're going to get lost. All right, the sign says historic farm site in 200 yards. I think it's the Owen B Farm, or at least the Owen B family. They lived up in this Porter's Flats area. So that's where we're headed. Well, it looks like the old barn has collapsed. Trees have fallen on it. Well, it says that they're restoring it. That's good. I hope they can continue to get enough money to do that. Because it's fascinating to see how people lived out here in the woods in what was even always a pretty remote place. The John Messer Barn. All right, built in 1875, the sign says. It looks like the cabin is still standing up here. It's maybe a spring house? Yep. That's what I suspected. You can see the water running through the bottom of this spring house. And so they'd set clay jars in here full of things they wanted to keep cool, and the water would soak up in the clay and then evaporate. And you get evaporative cooling and natural refrigeration. And they probably use this over here as a well for the spring house there, but they could dip water out of there too. All right, this says this was the Smoky Mountains Hiking Club cabin, built in 1934 to 1936. This isn't as old. Oh, it's got cots. Look at that. Cots. But yeah, there's a cot up here and two of them over here. And then there's an upstairs too. That's the upstairs. It says camping or overnight use in this building is prohibited. Yeah, I suspected so. Too much use and it would be destroyed. That cooking pot doesn't hold much water anymore. But this is the frame you would hang such things on so you could swing it in and out of the fire. Oh yeah, more cots over here. Another nice fireplace. Bit of railroad tie in there for laying the logs on. You know, if it was an emergency and you were caught out here in really bad weather, I'd still consider this would be a shelter. Fascinating. This is the back side of the cabin. I stuck my head out here and saw there's another building out here, so I'm going to go check it out. Ah, this was the privy, the toilet. That makes sense. There you go. Very cool. There's a set of logs set up here, kind of like a little classroom. There's a mill wheel here. Huh. I wonder if somebody, if there was a mill down on the creek here somewhere. Oh, it has two more. Look at that. Interesting. And then there's steps to nowhere. Well, that's a pretty cool little cabin. It's in better shape than most we run into, but it's not as old either. There's a yellow lily here. All right, I left Bobby back there resting on a log. I'm gonna go up a little bit further up the Porters Creek Trail here to a waterfall. At least I'm gonna try to find it, but I'm not gonna go too far. I think it's a half mile to the waterfall. Kind of been a tunnel of rhododendrons for a while here, but I think we're about to reach the creek. It's getting loud anyway. Wow, I came around a corner and there are all the flowers. Wow, these are beautiful. Well, this was a big tree I had to cut up to clear the trail. Wow, look at that. Smells like fresh cut lumber. All right, well, this is probably about as far as I'll go. I promised Bobby that I would meet her back in a half hour, so my 15 minutes is up. I better turn around and head back. But this has been a gorgeous hike. Heading back down. All these flowers are making me sneeze. Ah, wow, so much pollen. Oh God, they're beautiful. I love log bridges like that. Diving back into the tunnel of rhododendrons. In a couple of weeks they'll be blooming, then they'll be really pretty. Well, that's a pretty interesting tree. On our way back, I wanted to dodge over here and take a look at this old truck. Huh. No engine or anything in it. So it's been pretty stripped down. I think people have just piled parts up here to remind you of what a truck looked like. Interesting. There's a little fiddlehead there. Fern sprouting out. And it won't be long and these trillium will be blooming. We're almost back to the parking lot. that was a lovely hike up along the Porter Creek. Saw some historic structures, lots of pretty scenery and beautiful wildflowers. So check it out next time you're in the area. Thanks for coming along with me, and I'll catch you next time.